Hello, my brothers and sisters. My name is Tim Heijen. That is what I call myself. And what I also call myself is a Dragon Witch. It's not at all an official title. Nothing is official on the Dragon's Path or Draconic Wicca or anything that has to do with dragons. Even though there are people who claim to be this dragon and that kind of a dragon and dragon this and dragon that. Well, there are no. There are no. Because I know the Dragon's Path well enough so that it can be so much different with your path and with my path. And that is what makes it so beautiful, that it's so independent. You are alone with your dragons. And the other dragon witches, or dragon, I don't know, dragon followers, they have their own quest here in this life. What is the quest that you will have? You know, you can sometimes even say, what is your quest here alongside with your dragon? Well, my brothers and sisters, this is a human experience that we have. Like I said before, 5 different gates further, there is the dragon realm. And a different page that is being written with your name, being created by your God. Your God is that of the dragon. Which dragon God has written to you, your name? It's actually very much different than your name now. So in all of these years, on the Dragon's Path. I made it 1,600k videos. That is a lot. And to be very honest, I created this content so that I wanted to help you. Try to help you to be, there are no guidelines here in this spirituality. There are so many spiritualities with thousands of guidelines and rules. Well, we don't have that. We don't have rules. We don't even have guidelines. What do we have to do once we can feel our dragons and the dragon gods? What should we do? To be very honest, what should we do? That is a recommendation that I just say to you. What I am doing here now in the Belgian forest, that is to be alone. Because for us, it is so easy to be corrupted by humans. So easy that they say that whatever you should do on your path and with your dragons, that you should do this and you should do that. Well, actually, there is nothing like it. So if I have 1,600k videos made, so many videos, but there are so many mistakes in the early videos that I want to reverse. Because you don't, like I said, there are no rules or guidelines. So you shouldn't be afraid to go back. So from square one, back from there where you began. You thought that this was your path, but no, you were misguided. You have to go back from square one. You don't have to be proud or saying it was so much effort for going there. No, go back to what it was. So I made videos, I made mistakes. And that is also what we will do a lot on the Dragon's Path. We will make mistakes. So one of these mistakes, and that was in the early moments of my Dragon's Path or Draconic Wicca or Dragon following, is the amount that I was disgusted by humans. And that is also something that my dragon mentor said. The more that you will be closer with your dragon, the more that there will be a distance between you and humans and people of this world. And oh my goddess, she was correct. I was so much in... I was actually disgusted by humans. To be very honest, I was disgusted. The more that I went closer to the dragon, the more that I was disgusted by their behavior, the way of destruction, the way of that they will treat the world. And whenever they would see, I'm sure of it, whenever they would see a dragon, they want to kind of control over it. They want to control everything. They want to control the world, they want to control the animals, and that is horrendous. However they control the animals and the way how they control the earth and nature. And the more that I became disgusted by how humans behaved. So, and that is also what the dragon actually tried to say. Give them time. They are not evolved enough yet. They are still very primal. So that is why they have this. But you are advanced. You know much more. That is because you see much more. But because you have such a distance with them and closer to the dragons, that you can see much more through the eyes of dragons, so that you will be much more disgusted. But dragons don't take too much darkness and too much light, but because of your humanity, you take too much dark whenever you look at humans. So that is also something that someone said to me, and I was actually a bit disgusted, because do you know the term dragon rider? Dragon rider, whenever I hear that name, I think of fantasy. I think of Aragon. I think of humans riding dragons, like some kind of a horse. Like, oh, come to me, I will ride you. You know, if there's something that I learned from dragons, is that they are very proud beings, very proud spirits, and they will not take you alongside on their back in some kind of a war, a battle, a fantasy, and then the dragon is injured. And no, I was thinking of that whenever someone says, you know, of dragon riders. Well, actually, dragon rider is, you are searching for answers. We have a lot of questions, thousands of questions. The most question that I ever had: where can I find a book? Where can I find something like instructions? Well, you cannot. That is the answer, my brothers and sisters. There are no correct books to say to you who your dragon is and what you need to do. That is something for you to find out. That is something that I recommend. Go to the forest or go to your room and just be uncorrupted by humans. Go to square one and just think about yourself, how you see your own path, how you see your own spirit, how you see everything, how you see the world, how you begin with a blank paper. And that is where it all begins, where you draw it, how you see the world, how you see your path, and how you see your rules. Because that is what your rules is going to be. How I saw humans, I was disgusted. So when someone says you can ride dragons, I was disgusted only by the idea of dragon riding. How disgusting is that? A beautiful, eternal, godlike, divine being, and a filthy human on top of it. But that is it. You are not a filthy human. You are not at all like the rest. There is a reason why there can be such a distance between you and humanity, because of what lives inside of yourself. Something that I didn't want to see, something that I was refusing to see in the beginning. Because dragons are here for you. Your guardian is here for you to have yourself these answers that you're seeking for, and to have this unbreakable connection, this unbreakable bond that you will have with your dragon. The reason why your dragon is here, but your dragon is actually offering you to show you everything, or even at night to show you the dragon realm, to show you the dragon realm inside of your mind, that you will have an idea and to let you understand what is actually going on. 1,600k videos, and I have explained things that I explain now in a different way than I explained back in the day. Simply because I more understand it now. Can I push you in the wrong direction? Not actually with what I said, but that is the thing. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out the dragon's path. You cannot just do it by reading books. You cannot just do it by following others, even if they are on the dragon's path. They don't know anything about yours. So what kind of a book can you take? It's inside of your mind. Your book is here. Your book, and even your book, can be so much wrong sometimes. And some dragons are more like that they have patience, but some dragons really want you to learn fast, so that you are able to go with them like a dragon rider, like going on it, because you lost your wings, you lost your abilities to fly, you lost everything. Now you are a human. You need them. You need your dragon. Without them, you are nothing. But the thing is, why are they here with you? Because without you, They are nothing. They have to be connected with you. And that is how beautiful dragons can be. Dragons, whenever they have such a relationship, a connection, that it even can break death because it's stronger than death. A connection with dragons is stronger than death, so that you will still know. Um, and that is what is actually what this explanation was. I was disgusted by the way Dragon Rider, but that is simply this because of these fantasy movies like Aragon. It's these movies, I cannot even watch it without my hair standing up because I am so deep inside of the dragon's spiritual path that it's actually seeing as an insult how people see dragon riders now. But dragon riders are actually dragons that moved heaven and earth so that they can be by your side, so that they can know wherever your dragon is hiding inside of your heart. And that is what they want to awaken. They want to awaken it. So it's actually a dragon following and guiding another dragon, but a dragon not in a dragon form anymore. I was so every single time, whenever I went in front of Tiamat, whenever I was in front of my dragon, I was always like doing like this, but that is something that I could feel very, very well. And that is something that stayed with me so well. Tiamat, the dragon goddess, came before me and went like this with just one finger. And I was doing like this for the many time, but I felt a finger, not a claw, a finger doing like this. I have to look at them. I have to look at her. I have to look at my dragons because they look at your eyes. Your eyes see everything that is the spirit. It shows the spirit. So you don't need to be afraid to hop on the dragon. Hop on your dragon guardian. Because in a way, I don't know what your relationship is. That is for you to find out. No one knows what your relationship is between you and your dragons. But that is for you to find out. And that is what is so beautiful. It's always discovering. And whenever you say, oh, it was actually wrong, it was a wrong thing that I did. So you have to go to square one or maybe square three to go back. Don't be too like, but I've been there. No, go back on it. Go back. There is no pride or going the wrong way. I've been the wrong way many times in these 20 years. And do I feel it like it was a waste of time? No, I learn from every mistake that I make. And that is how we figure things out. We learn from our mistakes. And that is not because the dragon is angry with you. The dragon very much understands. Some have less patience and some have more patience. But that is how your dragon is. They are so unique. They have a unique and they belong with you. And and you belong with them. You are your dragon. You are connected with each other for all eternity. That is in fact the sign of the dragon rider. The real sign of the dragon rider is the dragon eye. And that is what they will see inside of you. They will see, and that is why your dragons are here with you. But there is still the barrier of belief. Because like I said, we can be so much easily be corrupted by humans. Humans know everything. They control everything. They kill everything that they want. And that is why I know that if the dragon would return, the dragon would be in danger. In zoos, in meat slaughterhouses, they would be controlled, try to be controlled. Because humans, if they cannot control it, they become insane. They become violent, like monkeys that they are. And we only have the appearance of that, but not behavior. We are much more connected to dragons than we are to humans. We are a dragon. Can I say it? Because in a way, actually, I was against this because of what I know now of dragon riders. Dragon riders are these guys that hop on dragons and went on a war. I don't know, but whenever I think of that, it disgusted me to have this, to think about that. It disgusted me. But in fact, you don't need to. because you are not that kind of dragon rider. The kind of dragon rider that you are is the one that is actually in peril, is actually all alone, the one that needs your dragon in order to fly. And you need to fly. The more that you understand your own draconic self, the more that you will fly, the more that your dragon will take you along on his back. And that whenever you are speaking with each other, that is a thing that I have to give credit to Aragon, that this telepathic connection, that is very much true. That is something that you need to work yourself in. Yeah, that you will have this confirmation that all of this, what is happening, is indeed happening. That you have your dragon by your side. I have the ultimate confirmation with someone that says that she could see my dragon, but I have to be very careful not to have this too strong distance with humans. She saw my dragon, and and that was immediately my confirmation that whatever I felt was very much real. And that is something that I tell to you. Whatever you feel is so much real. It doesn't matter if you don't see the dragon. It's something that you should feel inside of yourself. It should talk to you. Your dragon should talk to you. And that is what makes us real dragon riders. We are telepathically connected. We are, in general, connected.